Hi there, Derek from Pacific Coast Auto here at USS Yokohama Japanese Auction. Just having a look around at the fun cars that are here today. We're kind of in this section here of high-end and unique vehicles. Of course, as you can see, this is a parkade. It's got about 6,000 vehicles for auction today. We got here a Dodge Viper. This one here's one of the older models. Looks like it's got a hard top kit and these flimsy, we don't know how to build cars doors. I'm sorry if I'm offending anybody. I like the Viper just as much as anybody else, but these first model ones were more like a kit car than anything else. I don't know how much this is going to sell for. This one's got, let's take a look, only 5,300 original miles, and this one is left-hand drive, so probably a US import. Interesting car, not very common here in Japan, so kind of cool. What else we have here? An old Corolla wagon, it looks like. This one here is something that we see at the auction quite regularly and something that's pretty hard to buy anywhere outside of Japan. It's this is a Rover RV8. It's got a 4-liter Rover V8 engine in basically a GTB body. Pretty uncommon. I mean, it's such a big engine in such a small vehicle. I've bought a few of these before. I think they're a little bit funny. In some ways they're great, and in some ways they're kind of lame. Like, for example, take a look here. This is where you fill it up for gas. The gas tank takes up pretty much the entire trunk of it. So a lot of them have leaking problems. The dashboards crack, but they're kind of a unique vehicle. You don't really see them ever, any of this sort of car, you know. Someone who thought, hey, why don't we stick a V8 in that? And then they did it. You know, I wish that they did that with this car, and they did that with this one. This is a Suzuki SJ10. It's like the old Suzuki Samurai. This one's got 50,000 original kilometers on it, grade 3, painted in army green. These guys are looking at it, so not going to spend too much time on that. This is a ratty condition MR2. This, if you know me and you've spoken to me before, I've probably professed my love for the Sunny trucks. They are one of my favorite cars, and they are kind of my current love affair for vehicles that I really want right now. There are 2 of them here. Both of them are in generally good condition. Very interesting, unique cars. This one's on some custom wheels. Looks like they custom made their own super offset wheels to fit onto here with mega stretch tires and fender flares. Very cool. This one has an engine swap to the 1.5 unit. And let me just open this hood here, if I can. And it's got twin 40 carbs. And we're going to start this up because the sound is beautiful. So 1.5 liter, probably putting out around 120 horsepower or so. Old vehicle, so I actually moved the vehicle just slightly so that I can get a better view of it because I'm in love. Should mention Skyline GTR seats in it from the R32. Now the sound of the engine will probably bottom out the microphone. So that's not going to sound nearly as nice as it does to me for you guys. Market exhaust. Not so many rusties in the back. I actually fit in it. I love carbureted engines. I love the smell, the throttle response. Camber plates here. Very cool truck. If I had the money, I would really want one of these as a parts truck. But I need to sell more cars before that happens.
Did you buy this one?
No.
No?
Go ahead.
That's okay. Leave it.
I'll close the door. I don't know what this is, maybe a crown. This is kind of interesting. And a Mini, new BMW Mini, looks like it's got a blower on it when actually it's just like a nitrous system. And this is the air intake. Kind of a weird modification, but definitely will turn heads. It's got a rear super wide body and very wide offset wheels on there. Strange to see on a front wheel drive car, but you know, somebody spent money on this. It's unique, and if your target is to make people turn and look, then this car definitely does it. Over here, high-end cars, BMW M cars, Ferraris. I like those cars, but you know, I prefer something a little bit more unique, like the ones that are over here. This one here, Lotus Europa, 1.6 liter. If you know about this car, you already know how cool and rare it is. I can't really comment on the condition of this one so much because I'm not an expert of these cars and don't really know the areas to look out for. This one generally looks like it's in pretty good condition. It's so uncommon to find these even in poor condition that 23,851 miles, but because it's an old car and a 5-digit odometer, they don't really know. But this one you can open and you can kind of see inside. One of the lightest cars that I know about. I don't really know what else to say except for just take a look at it and imagine you were driving it. Okay. Usually when I come to this auction, I take the video in the same area because this is the most interesting place. The rest of the auction up there, there are lots of really nice cars, but they're kind of sparse. Like, you know, some of them here are nice, and then you walk for about 5 minutes before you see another one. Here we got a Spirit R RX-7 with a funny wing, BBS-RG wheels on it. Actually pretty nice R32 GTR. Big turbo upgrade and plenty of other bits to go along with it. Nice big wide AVS rims and tires. Yucky peely paint on the roof and the back. So this is kind of what happens with all of those 600 and 700 horsepower cars, is after a while they just kind of get left in the sun, they rust, they get neglected, and then you see them at the auction. We don't actually sell a lot of high horsepower cars from the auction just because they're a lot more risky than anything else. You buy something like this and you don't know who built it, you don't know how long ago it was built, how many kilometers it's run in this state, and you can kind of guess at the horsepower based on, you know, the modifications. This might be 450, it might be 650, it depends on, you know, it could be even higher than that. It depends on which modifications that they used, and to be honest, most of the time we don't know unless the seller states it on the auction sheet. So it's a bit hit and miss, but I mean, when it comes down to it, this car is probably going to sell for about 10 grand or 12 grand. There is likely more than that in parts. And so to the right buyer, this is a really good car. Got a classic M5 over here that has peely paint. This one here is a Cresta. This one's fun. Me and the other guy that were here earlier were having fun with this one. It's on air suspension and it's got all of the controllers inside so that you can play around with it. So thank goodness it's got air suspension because that's not a lot of ground clearance there. And you can, yeah. Okay, we put the rear up, ta-da, and then you can put it down. The car's also got like 10 monitors in it. You can take a look when you go in the back here. So air units here, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 monitors. And the whole interior has been custom stitched and greened. This green paint, I don't believe, is a standard color for these vehicles. And so a lot of money has gone into this, and unfortunately this guy's not going to get it all back. Probably this car will sell for roughly the same, if only slightly more than one in stock condition. Okay, and that is just about it for this video. Nice work wheels on this crown. Some negative offset there, and I'm sorry, negative camber on these wheels. Work wheels, pretty expensive. Slotted discs and painted stock calipers. Okay, so Derek from Pacific Coast Auto, whenever we come to the auctions down here, we get a video like this just to kind of show you what it's like to come down to the auctions, because we know that not everybody can do this. So if you have any questions or are interested in importing a car, then please send me an email. If you want to check out our website, it's in the description to the video, and I'd be more than happy to help you as soon as I've got some free time. So thank you for watching, everybody, and have a great day.